During World War II, a lot of African Americans got really unfair treatment and faced a lot of racism. They did smaller tasks such as getting water and things that other troops didn't want to do, so they kind of got the lower hand of work that other people didn't want to do. There were a lot of black women in the war, and 6,500 of them volunteered, and 512 of them were confined to nursing blacks and German soldiers. There were 7 million servicemen that needed to get their letters, and the women volunteered to work there as well. The blacks did small parts in combat. The units held blacks together, so they all stayed in one area. They gathered water and wood, and their first project was to create barracks and mess halls, and they dug holes and gathered wood. And usually blacks entered the war to get better jobs and get more money, but it turned out that the blacks would get the same amount of work they would in the military as they would out of the military, so it was really unfair. Going on about unfair treatment, they were led by whites, and there was a lot of racism, so they didn't get anything that they wanted. They would protest a lot and send letters to the Pittsburgh Courier, and they got put into tents without flooring. They didn't have enough food, they didn't have clothes to wear, so they wrote all these letters. And this one anonymous black soldier sent a letter to the Pittsburgh Courier saying that another white soldier had threatened to beat his head in with a hammer, and there was still nothing that they could really do about it because that's how much power they had over the blacks. In conclusion, the blacks kind of did everything that the whites didn't want to do, so that when all the troops got back, they would have everything ready for them. So that's what the blacks had to do, and they were really unrespected, and they didn't get anything that they wanted, but they still did everything that they needed to do for the